Hi there, lovely viewers, and welcome to Get Well, Stay Well. We are absolutely live and interactive, and we're waiting to receive your emails, your text messages, and perhaps your tweets. Don't forget we're on Twitter, #GetWellChallenge, where we'd absolutely love to hear your updates. Felicity, we've had a few emails in since the last section. This one's a text message. What a fun, happy programme today. So much more energy. I like vegetarian bakes with pumpkin seeds. What is the best way to cook them?
Oh, the pumpkin seeds, right. Well, that's really healthy. Pumpkins are wonderful for us, and the seeds are really healthy. So certainly just go on with those and have them nice and crisp. I have a dehydrator, as you know, so I actually do mine in the dehydrator, and you can do it on a low oven as well. But the dehydrator is better because it's more controlled, I think. But most people think that they can cope without one. In fact, I have got a dehydrator in Jersey where I do the courses, and I've got one here as well. And it really is great for crisping up the seeds, the nuts, the flaxseed crackers, which I adore. And you know, with the nuts, you soak them first to get off the aflatoxins, which is the covering. And some people are allergic to those, so that's why it's much better to soak them and then put them in the dehydrator.
Now, some people might be asking, what is the difference between the dehydrator and an oven?
Well, the dehydrator is more like an airing cupboard. You have drawers in it, and it only goes to a very low temperature, and it really blows the hot air through the drawers, and it's much more controlled than being in the oven. It's also cheaper to run, so I like my dehydrator. It's really great.
Wonderful. And how long does it take to prepare
Well,
something
I do them
like that?
overnight.
Fantastic.
You know, people can say 4 hours, 5 hours, but basically I like everything really crispy. So that's the way to do it overnight.
Wonderful. This email here is from Wenda. Hi, Felicity and Si. I was feeling awful after Christmas, so sent off for the Alleluia Acres Arthritis Starter Kit, and started about 10 years ago. Last Friday, Felicity said coffee colonics relieved pain. So I tried it every day since and almost cut out the painkillers and inflammatory drugs. After more than 20 years of constant pain pill popping, it is early days yet, but I am very encouraged and would like to join the 28 Juice Challenge. Thanks for a fantastic program. By the way, I've lost 2% of the body fat and put on muscle without extra exercise, eating lots of green leafy stuff this week. God bless you both, and Revelation.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's
well
Elizabeth.
done, Wenda. Oh, that's Elizabeth, is
That's
it?
Elizabeth.
That's really great. It's wonderful to hear these testimonies of people getting well. And you see how the pain left this woman. I think that's absolutely wonderful, because I was in such pain with pancreatic cancer, and doing the coffee enemas really did take the pain away. So I know that it works. And if you have a cold as well, it's a very good thing to do, because basically anything that makes us feel diseased is toxicity in the body. And when we get rid of that, we heal.
Excellent. So, dear Saracen, Felicity would like to join the 28-day challenge, but will not have the book in time. Will we be able to get all the information from Revelation TV next week? That's from Dawn.
Well, I think Leslie's going to be launching that on Monday, I think. Yes.
And I'm sure you'll be seeing the updates, and it'll be mentioned during some of the programs next week as well.
We start on Monday, that's right. And I shall be in the office on Monday morning, and I can answer questions if people ring in.
Dear Saracen, Felicity, thank you for showing the dancing bird. He was very good with the neck movements. Wish I could do that. Quick question, should we avoid hot drinks when we are in the menopause?
No, I think you need to have hot drinks. I have my signature drink, which is hot honey, lemon and ginger, which is absolutely lovely, and I top that with the little bit of the mint, beautiful fresh mint from my herb garden. And really that's taken, for me, that is now my hot drink. And I've cut out the coffee and the tea and the hot chocolate as well. And I love the hot honey and lemon. I think it's really great for us. So that's so easy to make and so quick. You can diffuse the ginger in the hot water as well. So you can make hot ginger water and then put that in, add a little bit of honey, not too much honey if you've got cancer or diabetes, but just a little bit of Manuka honey or any other good honey. And the lemon, fresh lemon of course, fresh squeezed lemon, and a little bit of mint. So it makes a delicious drink. I learned that when I was studying Ayurvedic medicine in India. Interesting.
Fantastic. Dear Felicity, what would you recommend with more calories? I only weigh 7.5 stone and I'm at 5'5". I've lost a lot when I tried cutting out wheat. I'm about to have a bread maker, but can't use the bread for all calories. I'm 72 years old, very well fit, dog walking and horse riding, so I believe in what you teach and practice.
Oh, that's great. You're buying a bread maker, so I assume you're going to be making spelt bread and the buckwheat bread. That's great, so go with those. And you know, you've cut out the wheat. You want to know how to keep the weight up, and I would say brown rice and your lovely curries, the baked potato in its jacket, the sweet potato, squash, all those good things that are good at keeping the weight on for us. But it's great, you know, to be slim and to be fit and to be horse riding at 72 is really good. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Yeah.
It reminds me of my father-in-law, actually, who's a very keen farmer. He has this little allotment, and every day, from morning till night, till the sun's no longer there, he's out there planting all his fruits and his vegetables and everything, and he's nearly 80. But he's fit.
I've got friends in Jersey who are in their 90s,
Yeah.
and they've done that all their lives. And, you know, it's the good old Jersey farming thing, and it's all organic. And they both look absolutely terrific.
That's when we talked earlier about how the generations have changed, isn't it? How the lifestyle, how the diets have changed over the last 50 years or more.
Well, you see, she developed cancer, I think, when she was about 40, and got the Norwalk juicer that I've talked about by Norman Walker. That's the press juicer. And she went to America and learned how to do it. She's a very bright lady. She's now in her 90s and she looks amazing. And they're both out there gardening, and they look so fit. They've been great Scottish dancers as well. Hello, Helen and Arthur, if you're watching. And you know, what a wonderful couple they are. Really fantastic. And they're slim and light and fit, and no arthritis.
Yeah, it's
Really
like you
great.
mentioned earlier about the dancing. Dancing is something that it's fun exercise, isn't it?
That's right. Yes.
And it gets you moving, because moving is so important.
Yes. That lovely cockatoo doing his pole dance. That was so funny.
I'd like to ask Felicity how she can help my friend who has bladder cancer.
Well, bladder cancer is very unpleasant, and I don't know if he's had the bladder removed or anyway, why don't you email me and we'll see what we can do about that. The thing is, basically, coffee is so dangerous for bladder cancer. So coffee and alcohol will really exacerbate cancer in the bladder. And anyway, do email me and let me know what the stage is, if you're still got the bladder and you're trying to keep it, or if it's been removed.
You are very inspiring. Can you please tell me the best electric juicer to buy? That's from Radhika.
Well, you see, I'm not selling any kind of juicers. I've got a variety of juicers myself from when I was first ill, and I've got the Champion juicer, which is the slow one. Then I've got a Jack LaLanne, which is the fast centrifugal one. I've got the NutriBullet, and I've got a few others as well, because I do demonstrate them.
Yes.
Not to sell them, but to show people how to juice. So when people come on my courses, we go in the kitchen and we really, you know, get down to all these different juices, and they have an opportunity to try them themselves. The thing is, juices are improving all the time, and I've been looking for a really fantastic juicer to be able to promote, but I can't do that really, because it's always improving, and I think it's important to get one that you can wash easily, because I always wash my juicer as I go, because I don't want to come back to a manky juicer, as I always say. Really important to keep everything clean and fresh. And so I drink my juice as I juice. You know, as soon as I've finished, I wash the thing up, and I'll probably stand there drinking my juice in the kitchen while I'm washing up. And so get a juicer that you like the look of, that has got a good strong motor, because if you buy the very cheap ones, of course, they do burn out. And I've been very lucky with mine. I look after them quite well. But, and they're quite heavy to move around, you know, when I go to the church and juice.
Yes.
It's quite a heavy thing to take around. But the little NutriBullet, which I bought for when I travel, you know, that's a dear little thing.
Excellent.
And of course it's a blender, it's not a juicer.
Yes. Yeah.
But you can really do a lot with just the NutriBullet. It's excellent. And there's an amazing bullet as well, with lots of different makes. And I think, you know, technology has really got onto this now, that people are going to want to juice and they're going to want to blend. And so they're bringing out ever cheaper ones.
Excuse me. I think something that people are thinking is, I want it to be convenient. I think when I juice, I'm going to have to be cleaning it up. It's going to take time. But with we showed on previous shows how you can literally do a juicing within 2 minutes, and you can clean it up. And when you're doing a juice, you should obviously clean it up straight away as well, isn't it?
The one I use every day is the Lexan. You know, I think you've got the same, and it's gosh, it's done years and years. My Lexan has done years and years of work, and the motor is still as strong. So I think you probably get what you paid for. You know.
Okay.
Very good.
Dear Felicity, what is a coffee enema?
Ah, okay. So the whole world, you can download my little book on colonics and coffee enemas and implants, and it's all just really a washout of the colon, because they say 90% of disease always starts in the colon, because we get backed up, we get toxic, and so it's literally washing the colon out. The coffee enemas are used by Dr. Max Gerson and Dr. Patrick Vickers, who's now running the Gerson therapy. In Mexico, there's Dr. Charlotte Gerson, there's Dr. Patrick Vickers, and they all insist that you've got to use the coffee. The coffee is completely different when it's put in that way, rather than drinking the coffee, which is really toxic in the body, dehydrates the body, wrecks your immune system for hours. The point about the coffee enema is that it will release the toxins in the liver, because it is such a shock onto the liver that the body expels all these toxins really well. And as Wenda said earlier, it has taken away her pain. I think it was Wenda, wasn't it, who said that. And it is amazing. For people with cancer, definitely you want to be doing the coffee enemas.
Jane is actually saying, first of all, thank you for answering my question about my weight in calories earlier in the show. With reference to nuts, it's almost impossible and expensive to buy fresh nuts. Can you only get shelled ones? She can only get shelled ones. Do they need washing first? And my dentist says I'm wearing out my teeth.
Oh dear. Well, then the thing is to do nut butters. Put them through the juicer and just eat the nut butters, so then you don't have to ruin your teeth. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Okay, we're going to go to our VT now. This is something that could be quite interesting. It's called Sunglasses Can Cause Cancer. Let's take a look at this.
Heal Yourself with Sunlight is the title of your book, that goes against current thinking in terms of the value of sunlight. It used to be called heliotherapy, was what you said.
Yes.
Could you tell us about that?
Yes, Heal Yourself with Sunlight is just a natural phenomenon that most people are not even aware of, that are exposed to the sun.
We're scared of the sun.
We're scared of the sun now because when they first introduced sunglasses, which by the way started triggering a massive increase of cancers. Now what people say, has sunglasses to do with cancer? Well, it has everything to do with cancer. You are filtering out certain rays of the sun which are supposed to enter. You're blocking them out. And the pineal gland, which receives the light in a different color formation, that means the entire spectrum of light, it is necessary for the body to have that light. That's why we have a lens that breaks down the white light into 7 colors. It gets encoded with, these colors get encoded with chemicals in the pineal gland, and then they pass to the different parts of the body which are needed for basic metabolic processes. And you make blood, red light is involved in that. You make bile, green light is involved in. So there are many different things that we need. Now also you have to allow UV light to come in. When you do that, you are producing a hormone in the brain that is responsible for the melanin production in your skin. So that's where your skin protection occurs. If you are not producing that, your skin becomes susceptible to even sunlight.
So if you're not getting the UVs through your eyes and the pineal gland.
Let's say you wear sunshades, the body thinks it's dark outside.
Okay.
And then it doesn't make that hormone that is responsible for producing the melanin to protect your skin.
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses. So the other thing is, and the light is needed. There is now research to show that every cell communicates with every other cell through light. So not just that we have an aura around us, which is now also proven through certain methods of, there's certain cameras that can see that and expose that. We have an electromagnetic field. We're an electrical machine, if you want to say.
True.
We have electricity running our heart. So our heart is producing actually electricity while it pumps. So it's quite an incredible machine. So you have a field, electromagnetic field around you, and you can disturb that. And the sun is very necessary to keep that field going. You cut yourself off from the sun. It's like the withering plant that will, basically you put it in a cellar, it will wither, it will not grow. So like that, our cells require sunlight to grow and reproduce themselves, so that you have a new body constantly created over and over and over again. Every year you have changed all the cells in your body, every single cell. There's nothing old left in you. But if you don't have good amount of sun exposure, that your normal process of replicating yourself is basically becoming disrupted, and you wither away. We call it aging, like premature aging.
Hi viewers, and welcome back. We're live, we're interactive, and we're taking your emails and your text messages. Felicity, just a couple of questions here. Enjoying the program as usual. What a little surprise to see Jamie Oliver's clip today. Felicity looks lovely today in blue. It really suits you.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's from Naj.
Thank you, Naj.
Thank you, Naj, indeed. Hi, how do you make the flaxseed crackers? And you do look good in blue.
Oh, there you go again.
One.
That's right, okay. The flaxseed crackers, you get the organic flax seeds, which are also called linseeds, and you soak those in water. So I get a big Pyrex jug, and I fill it up with pure water, of course. I wash them out thoroughly, rinse them, do it again, and then I mix them. So it's a gelatinous sort of, it gets quite thick with the flax seeds and the water. And then I put in some chopped red, green and yellow peppers, and some garlic and some onions and lots of herbs. And then I'll spoon that onto my dehydrator trays with just 1 little teaspoon. So I've got about 64 tiny little flaxseed crackers on each tray. Pop them in the dehydrator, and overnight, of course, in the morning you've got the most beautiful, crisp flaxseed crackers. So they are really good and really healthy to eat. You can have a little Himalayan salt as well, and also if you want to, when they've been dried out, you can actually add maybe some parsley or some chives on the top to add a little bit of green freshness on the top of them. They are lovely, and for me they take the place of the breads.
Wonderful, Felicity.
Right.
I want to know about apple cider vinegar. Is it good for you? That's from Mr. Pandy.
Well, it's really interesting, Mr. Pandy, because apple cider vinegar, vinegar is an acidy kind of wine in the French, the vinegar. And so, or the vinaigre, as the French would say, but that is the basic. It's a sour wine. So it's acid when we drink it, but in the body it turns to an alkaline. So people find it quite useful to use the apple cider vinegar. Yeah, really interesting. So you can put it in your recipes, you can drink it, and a lot of people swear by it for arthritis. In fact, I think when we take the acids out, take all the uric acid, lactic acid out of the body with the colonics and with the infrared saunas, we will get rid of the arthritis anyway. Yeah.
This one's from Delphine. Hi, what is bicarb of soda and is it good for you?
Well, it's a wonderful thing, and my newsletter, which is coming out on the 1st of the month, 1st of February, I've done a big article on bicarbonate of soda, so I suggest you go on my website and ask to be included. I think you've still got time today to get on the newsletter list, because it goes out on the 31st at midnight. And I've done a really big article on bicarbonate of soda. It's a wonderful alkalizer in the body, and can be used for cleaning, for so many different things. We can have baths in it, we can drink it. It's a wonderful thing for healing skin diseases, and really it's because it alkalizes the body. You know, as I always say, we have a teaspoon in the water in the morning as a drink. Just stir it up and drink it down, and it alkalizes really well. And because most of us are too high on the, you know, we have to be in the middle of the pH scale of 1 to 14, so we should be about 7.365. And baking soda or bicarbonate of soda is an absolute gem, and it's in most of our store cupboards, and we've overlooked it. It's terrific.
Marion from Northeast Wales is basically saying, hi Felicity and Si, thank you for sharing all this information, it's very much appreciated. Please can you remind me how and when to use colloidal silver? I bought some last week.
Okay, so the colloidal silver is nature's antibiotic, and you can take it orally. You can also buy it in a spray form and spray ear, nose and throat. It's really very good, and will stop you picking up infections from other people, especially on the plane, you know. And as Howard always says, do you spray the whole plane? No, you just spray yourself, your own ear, nose and throat, and it really works. It's absolutely great.
Great program as usual. Could you please ask Felicity, is it okay to make vegetable soup with homemade chicken stock?
Well, you see, you could do that. I would prefer to use a vegetable stock. But if you really want to have a little bit of chicken in there, you can do that, and add some herbs maybe, and gradually move on to the vegetable stock, because we all know that you know, the chicken has so many hormones, steroids, antibiotics, all kinds of baddies in it, and so I really didn't want to have chicken stock. And now I've got used to the delicious taste of maybe the garlic and other herbs that I put in with my soup. I would really rather have the vegetable one. Yeah.
Okay, Delphine is asking, after the first hour, we sometimes sign off with the program and then we come back with the emails. The reason we do that, Delphine, is because the first hour of our program is usually repeated, for example, on Saturday morning, and I think it's repeated again on Tuesday. It's only repeated for the first hour. The email section isn't repeated. That's why we sometimes sign off at the end of the first hour and then come back live with the emails, just to let you know. Okay, let's take a look, see if we can quickly squeeze in another email. Are soya beans and soy milk harmful to the gut in the same way as soy, as was mentioned in your program last week?
Well, unfortunately, it's now nearly all genetically modified, so that is the problem, and that will occur in whatever form you have the soy now. So I've completely eliminated it from my diet. Yeah.
Felicity, we have come towards the end of today's program. Viewers, sorry we didn't get to read out all of your emails. Thank you so much for emailing in to us. Please do tune in next week, same time on Revelation TV, and send us an email and we'll see if we can cover that. Felicity, as always, thank you so much for joining us.
Lovely.
Viewers, I wish you a fantastic week. May God bless you. Remember that if you want to watch a catch-up service on Revelation TV, it's on our website, www.revelationtv.com. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/RTV Europe. We're on Twitter, twitter.com/RevelationTV. That's it. That's everything for today. Thank you so much for joining us. And remember, viewers, keep smiling. Take care and God bless. Bye.